Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome. I am back with another true crime video, and today I am here with the story of Noluvuyo, Nonkwelo, Ndema. Noluvuyo was born on the 19th of October in 1984 at the St. Mary's Hospital in Mthatha in the Eastern Cape. Parents are Brenda and Pendulo Nonkwelo. She was the first of 6 kids, and she was described as a bubbly and talkative person. She went to school at the Transkei Primary School in Transkei. Then after she went to Baysville Skill School where she completed her matric. She then decided to start working at the Vincent Spa as she was trying to figure out her life and see where her career was going. While working there, she met a man named Ndema from Zingai in Butterworth, Eastern Cape. They fell in love and were engaged and married not too long after they had met. Noluvuyo was 23 at this time and he was about 28. They moved to Butterworth. She found a job there not too far out from Butterworth. This job was also at a spa. So while she was working at this place, at her new job, she decided to further her studies by doing an educare course at the King Hinster TVET College. This was her pursuing a better life for herself and her family, because at this point she had 2 daughters. She completed her studies and she landed a job as an educator in East London. She saw or realized that her absence and a constant traveling from their family home to work was causing friction in her marriage. And to resolve things, this is when she decided to enroll in another course, which was a caregiving course. When she passed her studies, she fortunately landed a job as a HIV and AIDS counselor at the Eastern Cape Department of Health Care Center. She hoped that this would help ease up things in the household and would resolve things between her and her husband. But unfortunately, things didn't go as she had hoped. So Noluvuyo turned her life around for the better. She worked hard to get to where she was, and she really put in an effort for her life and her family's life to be easier. But despite all of this trying that she's putting in, this seemed to cause a further strain in the relationship between herself and her husband. The distance and the fact that she was bettering herself probably caused Dibanati to get aggressive and jealous, as this was not the woman that he had met, and she was a changed woman. So he might have also felt inferior to her because of all this change and all this upgrade, if I may say like that. Later on, she fell pregnant with their 3rd child. Things were beginning to look up. She was happy and glad about this good news that she was expecting again. I can imagine her thoughts. She probably hoped hope that things would finally turn around and that joy and peace would come back into their home. But this happy time was ended when Ibanati hit her with a steel rod so hard that she unfortunately lost the baby. Unlike before, this time she had had enough and she decided to tell her family. She opened a case of assault against him, and she also got a protection order against him. These were later on withdrawn. After the the protection order and the case were withdrawn, it said that they were trying to fix things between them. But her friends at some point did say that he did hit her, and after that would promise her that he would never do it again. But as you've guessed, he did not stop. She kept on trying to work things out between them because she also didn't want the children to grow up in a home with just her. She wanted them to grow up in a home where both their parents are present. On the 1st of July 2019, at 7 a.m., Noluvuyo and Nibanati got into an argument as Noluvuyo was preparing to go to work. She had told him that she had had enough and she was leaving him, and she wanted things to end between them. Noluvuyo, a few days prior, had told a friend of hers over the phone that she was tired of all the beatings and she really wanted to leave him. Noluvuyo told Ibanati that she was serious this time, and he could actually tell that she was really serious this time, unlike all the other times. Days went by. On the 3rd of July 2019, he decided to go to a police station to actually report her missing. He then called her family and to let them know that Noluvuyo is missing after not coming back from home from work, sorry. He said that he would go and explain what happened to them. Noluvuyo's sister describes the event that followed after his arrival at their home. She says that he arrived crying and it was sad at the time. He claimed that the last time that he had saw her, she was getting into a grey Toyota car that was giving her a lift after the misunderstanding in the morning. He says that he ran after her in an attempt to resolve things, but she got into the car and the car went off. So he said that he assumed that, okay, she's going to work, that when she gets back, they will actually resolve the issues that they're having. But funny enough, she had left her bag and her purse and phone at home before she went to work. They believed the story to an extent, but they went out trying to look for her. They put up posters around town and on social media. They made efforts to find Noluvuyo or get closer to discovering what happened to her. A few months after she was reported missing, a woman's body was found, and this body was badly decomposed. Her family was called in to come and identify the body. Upon arrival, the husband immediately claimed that this is not her body. He was so sure it wasn't her, even though the body there was actually very badly decomposed. So her family was confused by his claims, as they weren't sure if this is her or not her. DNA tests were done, and the DNA test did confirm that this indeed was not Noluvuyo's body. About a year went by. Noluvuyo's family started getting very suspicious. They felt like there was foul play in the disappearance of their daughter. The siblings felt like Ibanati knew a lot more about what happened to Noluvuyo than what he was actually telling them. Ibanati, started coming up with stories about Noluvuyo's whereabouts, telling the family that she ran off with another man because she was pregnant. And on another day, he said that she was at a tavern and he was going to go and fetch her, and then only to find that when he gets there that she had already left. In December 2020, Ibanati decided to host his cousins and children in the family home during the December holidays. His cousins and children found it odd that in the bathroom, the bathtub was no longer there and it was removed. His cousins decided to ask him why the bathtub was removed. He used the excuse that there was a storm and so on, so he had to remove it. But the cousins did not buy the story and found it very odd that this was the reason why he removed the bathtub. Once their visit was over, his cousins decided to go to Noluvuyo's home and talk about the bathtub that was missing with her family to inform them about their discovery. They confirmed this with the family confirmed it with Noluvuyo's daughters, and they also did say that there was once a bathtub when their mom was around, but it's no longer there. The family went to the police station and reported this, and the police got a search warrant for the home. So they went and they searched it, and they found also that it was very suspicious that a bathtub was removed. They went and got a court order, and this was granted, allowing them to dig the bathroom. On Monday, the 30th of August 2021, police went to the family home to start with the digging. Ibanati insisted on helping them with the digging. I guess he thought that he could mislead them somehow, or his guilty conscience led him to do this. I don't know. But as they were digging, then they discovered her bag, as he had buried her bag and her purse with her. This discovery took him aback, and he knew what he was expecting, but he started stepping back, and maybe this is when he also realized that it's over for him. So this is also when he started apologizing. So her body was discovered after 2 years while it was in their home. Her body at this point was decomposed so much that it was hard to tell what caused her death. DNA was taken and results confirmed that the remains were of Noluvuyo. A post-mortem was done and it revealed that she died because of a fractured neck. She was 36 at the time of her death, and this all happened on the 1st of July 2019. In a confession he made to the police, he admitted that he had strangled his wife to death. He says this was because she was having an extramarital affair. Now, because it was just the two of them during this time, and Yibanati was the only witness, we don't know if his confession was the whole truth. During his trial, the court also convicted him of 3 other incidences of assault on his wife. These assaults were with a stick, clenched fists, open hands, burning her with hot water, and pulling of her hair.